Hey yo everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to our first video with Palia. So what I wanted to do is I actually wanted to just kind of do an introduction to my plot as well as kind of an introduction to Palia for anybody that hasn't ever played before. Palia is a online MMO. It's a very cozy game. You have a bunch of different skills. So gardening, fishing, um, bug catching, hunting, and then you have foraging and mining. Um, and so using those skills, you collect resources, craft different things, and you actually build your home plot. And so what I wanted to do today is do kind of a tour of my home plot so far. It is very much a work in progress, but I do think I've done some really cool things, as well as have just kind of a really different vibe than I've seen from a lot of other home tours. And thinking we'll kind of do some general videos, may do some home tour videos, go tour some other plots, see kind of what other ideas people have. So, first to start off, I do have the Elderwood um, set up. So, mine is. Let me fix my. Okay. So this is kind of the top view of my plot. So I do have um, the Elderwood set up, but I did kind of do a four corners theme. I wanted to do kind of four distinctive different areas with the different types of trees we have, and the different decor and everything. And yeah, I'm using the Elderwood clearing landscape at the moment. So as you can see, I do have kind of a gigantic house, and I mean, I do need to go through and fix some of the roofing, probably some walls as well with the paint. But let's go ahead and start with the tour. So I have actually decorated our shipping bin. I don't know if you've never decorated your shipping bin or don't know how to. There is a way to glitch actually brain is not able to compute. There's a way to glitch building blocks underneath the ground, and so I can definitely make a video on some of the glitching that we've done in this. But you basically create a platform of all of these building blocks, and then that allows you to place things on top of them in areas that normally wouldn't be available. So I've got some of our backdrops that you can go take pictures in. Kind of get in here, be a little choppa or an ormu. Then I made kind of a stable-ish area with our building blocks. And then just took some different decor items that I thought looked really good in here. And created my shipping bin. And then kind of created this wall of trees. I wanted to make it very kind of secluded, make you have to kind of walk through everything versus just kind of skipping around. So coming up here, I do have our Pride Magi Dragon. My goal is to put either a second one or the big blue Magi Dragon, whichever one I get first. So we'll start off to the left side. So I do have these two giant frog plushies, as well as I have two of the Pride fish plushies, and then I have a giant choppa. And then I had this little extra space and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just kind of opened the area and decided to make a little seating area with our bellflower set. I also put my grill here, so if I wanted to go in and make some fisherman's brew, um, I've never made congee, but if I wanted to come just make some of these really quick food items, And then this leads us into our Elderwood section. So this one is still very much a work in progress. I kind of lined out the path. I know they are coming out with a decor set actually today while I'm filming this. And so I think that's what I'm going to kind of do in this area is add some of that in here. Just to kind of add some extra things. But I do have our Elderwood, what is a Pixie Grove. So every day, every real life day, I actually get an item from here, as well as there is a Prism Beard quest, and so this is a little bit of glitching that we did. This is another one that I can definitely show if you want to know how to glitch two items on top of each other on PlayStation. It does take two people, but it is pretty easy. I didn't have very many issues. And then the mushrooms are probably one of my favorite items that we've gotten in the game. Being able to have these kind of giant mushrooms from the Elder Woods. And got the trellis. So then coming into the birch area, I do have a conservatory where I'm putting all my bugs. It is still, again, a work in progress. I've just started working on this kind of in depth, but got some wallpaper in here. I probably need to, I'm going to try and change that to this wallpaper, but plan on doing some kind of setup in here. Kind of got it a little bit started. And then next is, oh, well, he went away. Our ancient rock garden. So every in-game day, I actually get an item from here. So like I got 20 dispel arrows today, and so every single day I'll come in here. Got some flow trees growing. Seeing what I can do with this area. I know we have animal husbandry coming in the future, so I don't really know what that's going to look like, what our buildings are going to look like, our stables, whatever they give us. So I may leave this open to see if that's an opportunity. But if not, I plan on actually making a whole nother plot just for my animals. And then over here, I have four smelters and then two glass makers, glass furnaces. I've got chests kind of spread out. So here's my, I don't even know what it's called. It's not a conservatory. I'm not sure, but I've got some preserve jars, so my plan is to fill this row up with some preserve jars. Did kind of a stall look to it. I wanted to make it look like it was a little market, kind of. Then I've got our fabric loom, and then I've got a regular worm maker and our glowworm farm. And again, I have two chests in here. We are going to go in the house in a little bit. And then making our way into our oak area, I've got our wood cutters. I have four, and then this one I have a little bar set up. Again, this is all still just a very much work in progress. And I've got our ancient Galder statue that gives me a tree seed every day, as well as the Temple of Roots tree. So definitely took a while, but I'll get. So I got a flow pie cone, which I haven't gotten one of those actually. So that's my first one, which I'll put that in the front area. But I plan on kind of lining the inside of this with some path, and then have our fountain. I've got the Choppa fountain. This one is from the Refer a Friend. So if once you get up to 5 referrals, you'll actually get this Choppa fountain. And then here I actually have my Magimart stand. So this has every just Choppa plushie that you get from the Magimart, as well as different decor items. This one actually is from purchasing something externally, so using real money. It's a website that you go to, and they do coffee, they do refreshers, energy drinks, stuff like that. So that's how I got that one. Everything else, though, on this table is obtainable just through the game. And then over here, I've got our brand new cozy set. So, got some pillows on it. It's got some lounge chairs. And then I am kind of decorating this back area. I have a lot of the like builder set. So the minecart, I've got a jackhammer in there. I did buy the outhouse from Zeki's Underground. Um, one of my favorites. Just little. It's stupid, but it's cute. And then I plan on actually doing a little second Magi cart back here as kind of like a backup, and having that as just something to display. But every single one of these has been placed individually. And then over here is my farm. It does look like I need to come through and do a little bit, pick up some of these pumpkins. And then I've got my seed making area. And then coming over here, this is probably the area that I have worked on the least. This is my juniper area, but I've got our silverwing nest. You get a egg every single day, and I usually just eat them. Gives you free focus every single day. Not really much else goes on with them. And then I've got kind of my plushy walkway. So this is our Finding Prince Choppa plush. That again is through the Refer a Fin program. I've got some of our Spring Fever furniture. And then got a little Choppa set up, as well as Chatty. If y'all don't know, I've never actually played the game, but it's from a game called Free Roam. And so they brought him in as a free plushie that you could either get through Twitch drops or through Zeki's machine. I've got all of our little mushrooms, as well as I've got some of our frog plushies, a giant ancient fish. I've got all of these cats here. So kind of just have plushies spread out throughout this little walkway. And then I've got my fast travel board. So that's kind of all of the outside of my area. So now we're going to go inside. This is kind of my entryway. I want to... Okay, we're going to have to turn that off. Yep, sorry. So, it was open, but I didn't like that I was doing different themes in each room, and I don't like the doorways that come with it. I feel like it does really like block off everything. So I kind of wanted to make a barrier, but also not too much. So all the lake sharks that I've been catching that are gold star, I've been placing. So I just got a couple more I need to do here to fill that up. So we'll start on this side. So this is actually my trophy room. This is where I've been putting all of the trophies I'm collecting, all of my potato pods, and then I'm going to do the Dragon Tide set throughout this room. And then coming into here, we've got our Honey Bunch set. As well as these stackable Choppa pillows. So the same place that you get that purple Magi Dragon is how you can obtain these. So it is through a real life purchase. These are the Choppa pillows, or the Choppa pillows I was talking about that I want to do kind of on that extra cart. So we'll see kind of what next time Magi Market comes around, get that done. But just have this kind of B area. And then back here, we have our Moonstruck room. So, still very much working on getting all the recipes and getting this all set up. But I really love this furniture set. It's probably one of my favorites, honestly, in the game. Just kind of that magical look to it. And then coming in here, this is my bedroom. I really have not done anything to my bedroom. That's probably one of like the next projects I plan on working on, because I want to do the Ravenwood set, but also kind of add in some of the Umbran, some of the, probably the Moonstruck. So I like to add different pieces of each type, not try. I like to stick to one theme, but also I do like to add in different kind of things here and there. Just what looks good. Like I've got a Paltech glove here. And then here is my bathroom. So this one is done with all the most of the Imbran furniture. So got our tub, got a little rubber ducky. I got this mirror. Don't really know where it came from. But I also used some of the spa day furniture. And then here is my little army of rubber ducks. I went a little crazy one day and just started making ducks, and I needed to put them somewhere. So they went on a windowsill, and I thought it would look great in the bathroom. So I got this shelf filled with some of the like plants, different items that come in those sets. We got little towels hanging on the wall. So coming back to our center area, this is my living room. My plan is to actually exchange this for a Moz eventually. I have a Moz, but it is not Gold Star, so that's what I'm waiting on, is a Gold Star Moz. I've got all of my plaques on the wall, so awesome job. I'm glad that I got all of those done. Got all of the hanging heads for all the different magical creatures. That one, the small head probably took me the longest to try and find, just because they don't pop up all the time. So this one definitely is still a little bit of a work in progress, trying to figure out what all I want to do in this room. And then coming over to this side, so we've got our capital chic area, as well as I have all of my maps on display. I do have this usually going, but right now, really loud, and I did not feel like listening to it. So, got all of the maps, got our capital chic. Plan on using these as like the little display counters. And then back here is actually my fishing display. So in Zeki's you get all of the like pirate decor. So I thought this would be kind of a really good place to display that. I wish I could upgrade this to a large room, but I don't have the space for it. So it is going to have to stay as the medium room. I may have to end up finding a new place for all my fish. We'll kind of have to just play it by ear. And I don't know how much more I have left to get. I don't think I have too many more, but I'm not sure, honestly. So this one mainly done. And then over here we've got our dining room. So still kind of working on getting this all set up, but I do like that I have different items from each set, different decor items that I've decided to put in here. I do think I'm going to end up changing this shelf out just for probably another industrial dresser, just to kind of keep the same theme. I am kind of contemplating on this floor. It's not my favorite, but I'm trying to still figure out. And then here is my kitchen. So I do have this set up to where at least 2 people can cook. Usually me and my husband play together quite a bit, and so we'll come and cook together at my house or his house. And so I've got a bunch of cabinets. Do have all of these items individually placed in here. Kind of got some of the stuff on the counters. Took a lot of stuff from different sets and added those in here, and I think they actually look really good in here together. And then last part of our house, this is actually going to be my pantry. So displaying all the food that I make, at least one of every gold star, and then I plan on filling this table with cakes. It's just kind of a fun display. I'm gonna probably fill this cabinet with elderwood pies to kind of have a backstock for myself. But I think that is actually everything for my plot. So like I said, I'm probably start doing a little bit more Palia content than House Flipper. There's not as much interest in House Flipper, which I totally understand. It is an older game. So definitely want to do something that is more current, and I honestly enjoyed this a little bit more. It's something that I play daily, versus just do House Flipper kind of for the streaming, or for YouTube videos. So thinking I'm gonna gravitate more towards this, um, just for a better experience. I feel like I have a little more knowledge of this game too. So I plan on making a patch notes video for the Solstice Bloom update that comes out today, while I'm filming, and then plan to get these out, hopefully to do 1 to 2 videos a week. I don't know exactly when, but I think we're gonna try and do at least 1 to 2 videos weekly. So thank you so much for joining. If you liked this video, please drop a like. Please drop a comment on any suggestions y'all have for my plot, or just any comments y'all have for me. And then subscribe to my channel for more Palia content, more content coming soon. Thank you so much. Bye.